Thousands of animals die each day due to the damage we do to the environment. Frank discovered something very sad while strolling on the Scottish beach with his dog, Peanut. Frank and Peanut used to come to take a walk on the shore of their native island often, no matter what the weather was like. Frank had a habit that he developed over time. There was a lot of garbage, all sorts of plastic bags, bottles, nets, boxes, and ropes lying around the beach, which polluted the place and reduced its beauty. He used to bring large garbage bags to collect the trash from around the beach and take it to the sorting station in the city where it was recycled or disposed of. Some of the locals of the regions also adopted the same practice and helped clear out the garbage others left behind. During one of his walks, Frank came across the giant carcass of a sperm whale that was washed up on a Scottish beach. The creature showed no movement or activity. Frank took out his phone and immediately called the animal rescue, explaining what he had just discovered, while waiting for the rescue team to show up. He kept staring at the majestic creature blocking a large area of the beach. After some time, the rescue team showed up and started inspecting the situation. Frank was informed after a while that the creature had died, which made him sad. While he was sitting on the beach thinking about the incident, he came across the idea that he couldn't help the sperm whale that had just died. But there were other creatures in the ocean that may be in danger but could be saved. Frank took out his phone and tried calling his childhood friend Sean. Frank and Sean used to be fans of the ocean. They built a raft together when they were little and sailed it in the ocean waters. They enjoyed sailing so much that they didn't realize their raft had gone far away from the shore. There was no way to control the raft and bring it to the shore, but fortunately, the boys were founded by some fishermen who took them back to the island. Frank was a traveler and explored different places on the planet. He recently came to Scotland and felt at home, so he decided to stay there for a while. On the other hand, Sean started studying marine life and got acquainted with an organization that investigated the death of ocean creatures like majestic whales, dolphins, etc. Frank tried calling Sean to ask for help, but his call was taken to voicemail every time he tried. Not being able to get in touch with a friend who could really help him at the moment, Frank decided to go and visit him in person. It was an early morning in the capital, and not many people were awake. Frank arrived at Sean's home. After apologizing for appearing out of the blue so early, he explained the entire situation to him. Sean was very intrigued by the death of the majestic creature and wanted to get to the depth of its death, so he promised Frank to drop by the ocean with his team. A few hours passed, and Sean with his team spread out on the beach in a few minutes. The uniformed officers were measuring the whale and started looking for the reasons for the poor animal's death. After some time, Sean came to Frank and told him about the autopsy they performed to find the real reason behind the death of the creature. Sean told Frank when they cut open the creature, they found 220 pounds of tangled netting, rope, plastic, and other debris inside its stomach, which could be the possible explanation for its death. Frank was shocked at this, but Sean told him that they got to witness at least 2,000 whales beached in different parts of the world every year. Both of the young men were standing on the side in bewilderment and guilt when one of the team members came and told Sean that while examining the huge female carcass, they found signs that the sperm whale had just given birth to a calf. There was no sign of the calf around the coast, so Sean decided to take his team and search for it. He knew that, just like his mother, there were chances he might be in trouble. So he quickly assembled a team and arranged a helicopter to comb the entire area. The search team left the coast after lunchtime. While a helicopter was examining the area from the top, the scientists were looking around, trying to scan the ocean for the little calf. The team had no luck, so they had to return to the land. Passionate to find and save the calf, the group spent the night on the island, hoping to return to their mission in the morning. When the sun came up the next day, Sean was in his tent, trying to find the possible areas where the calf could have gone. While he was still thinking and working on the maps, Frank came in with a hot cup of coffee. While drinking, Sean told Frank if the calf was free to move, it would have stayed with its mother. The fact it is not in the close vicinity is because it was caught up in a net or something that slowed its speed and separated it from the mother. Sean was still confused about how to locate the calf when Frank reminded him of their childhood raft adventure, when their small boat was carried away by the current. Frank deduced that the current would have carried the calf away from the shore. The team took their equipment and went into the ocean again, searching for the little calf. Sean drew a possible route where the whale could have been and started following the trail. After moving through the ocean for some time, the team finally spotted the baby sperm whale, which was barely moving through the water. The scientists deduced that the whale was tangled up in the net, and if they didn't untangle it shortly, it could die. The scientists put their heads together to find a way to get the net away from the calf without scaring it and getting too much attention. Finally, they decided to place rafts in the water with strong men and tools that could head up in the direction of the calf and untangle it. While the team was working on the placement of the rafts, Sean and Frank got nostalgic about their childhood when they spotted that the whale was not moving. They were terrified that they were too late to rescue the poor creature for a while, but then they realized it was still alive. The rafts were placed in water. The people were on them with sharp tools. When everything was in position, the helicopter and the boat headed back to the shore to avoid interrupting the process. The team workers jumped in the water with the tools and tried cutting the net from behind. Some parts of the net were still left to be untangled when the whale felt some freedom and started moving fast. The team, however, managed to cut the net from its tail and saw it sinking to the bottom of the ocean. After hearing the helicopter's sound, the people got out of the water. While this may not seem much, saving even one ocean creature is a big win. It left the scientists and Frank feeling that they did something to make things better for the aquatic creatures and could do more. That's what real superheroes do.